wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to another live. The markets are open, and this is important right now because if you want to pass your Topstep combine, build consistency, and start seeing real results, the time to act is right in this moment. While the market is moving, not later when you're just watching. I'm Roger Mack, head trader of MTF, which is Max Trading Family, where I teach and help traders to pass their Topstep combines fast, trade better and more consistently, and grow together into profitable traders. Tonight, I'll be trading on my practice account for testing the exact strategy I used to pass my Topstep combines in just 2 days with only 2 trades. The full breakdown is linked in the second link in the description. My gift to you this year for the holidays, Black Friday just passed, Cyber Monday just passed, but for the New Year's and Christmas, my gift to you, go ahead and get that and dive into that. The full breakdown again is linked in the second link in the description. GF13, Goldfill 13, I believe it's titled. If you're new to trading, don't worry, I got something for you as well. My 0 to 1 trading guide, which is the third link, will help you place your first trade and actually understand it. During the live, I'll share my entries, my stop loss, and my thought process as I trade, so you can see exactly how I read the charts, manage risk, and execute. So here's what you do next. Focus, take a deep breath, and take your time, and watch carefully. One good trade is all it takes. Profits are in your patience. If you want more hands-on guidance, join the community through the first link in the description to trade live with me and the crew. We're pretty funny, nice, cool crew. Ask questions and level up faster. Nothing here is financial advice. Quick disclaimer. I'm sharing my trades and my process purely. You're responsible for your own trades and risk. All right, let's get to it. See, first things first, let's go ahead and hop. Let's see what the market's doing at the moment. Nada, we're moving flat. With that being said, let me go over today's trade. Make sure everything's nice and clean. I kind of hopped on quick here. Had a long evening. If you don't know, I am a boxer, so got off of practice, had to get home, hurry up, eat, and then hop in the shower, obviously, and now I'm on here. So make sure everything is set up. Let's go over today's trades this morning. That was not today's trade. This is again I'm on my practice account, so that's the trade I took then. Now, I've been trying to get in the habit. My next year, every year I add something to my trading journal. In 2024, I added a trading journal. In 2025, I added taking pictures, pie charts, and just documenting more and actually just going more ham into my journal. No, that was 2024. Sorry. In 2025, what I actually added was weekly trade reviews where I go over my whole week, every trade and everything, and then monthly reviews where I'm able to de-escalate at the end of the month, or I know where to lock in at. And then for 2026, I'm going to get in the habit of videotaping myself. I have a perfectly working camera, the facilities to record myself. So that's my goals for 2026 there. So then I can look back at trades and see what I was thinking, what I was looking like, my emotions, tweak things where I need to be tweaked, and go from there. Now, like I said, it's new to me, so I'm trying to get in the habit of it. I recorded Mondays, didn't record yesterday's, and didn't record today's, which I really wish I re-recorded today's because I just looking back at it, I screenshot all of my trades, and I just don't understand how I got the entry, why I entered there. I remember how the market was moving, but I just don't understand my entry. Let me break it through. So if you're not first time tuning in, let me break down the strategy. First things first, a new higher high or lower low. Second step, pull back to the 13 EMA, which is this white line right here. Third step, a wick off that 13 EMA, and then as soon as I get that, I look for that candle to either that candle or that candle closes the next candle to get a break of candle in that trend direction to hop in, follow momentum, and then your risk is discretionary. It depends on what type of account you're trading there. Now, with that being said, today's trade, I was on my second day of my combine, trying to get that in, and it was a little hard because obviously I don't trade the same risk as I do for my funded account. So my funded account, I was able to get in, smooth risk, play stop loss, take profit, hopped over to the funded account, placed the same trade, same entry, but I'm not understanding my entry, and I wish I would have recorded it to see exactly what was going through my mind. So, see, let's take it to the top so I can break you through kind of what was going through my head, what I was looking for. So the market opens, boom, we blow up, we break this high. Let me see. Clean up my screen a little bit. So we break this high to the left right here. And then, so boom, step one, new higher high. We get a pull back to my 13 EMA. As soon as I see this candle close above the or below this 13 EMA, I no longer look for my setups. So boom, I'm looking to let the market play out, Start breaking to the downside. Perfect. Now lows are getting broke. At this point, I'm looking for sales. I'm just waiting patiently for that pull back to the 13 EMA, which again is my white line. Now we had news for me it's Eastern Standard Time. So I'll just say market open. We had news 15 minutes out of the market open, 30 minutes after the market open. So 15 minutes out of that, and I believe another 30 minutes after that. So the first news was here for me. That is going to be, this was 10 o'clock. This 9:45 news, not the major. Yeah, so all right, 9:45 news, nothing crazy. 10 o'clock news, open up. Now again, I'm patiently, this got close to pulling back and tapping my 13 EMA. Again, I like to see that EMA. I like to see price go through the EMA and then reject. So at this point, I'm not in. This candle opens, it's 10 o'clock. I know it's news. As soon as it opens, it pushes down. Boom. Okay, nothing crazy. Pushes up, taps the EMA. I'll go, okay, I've seen this multiple times. If I start pushing back down, I can play this two ways. I can either take break of candle off of this candle, boom, because like in my head, it's the same thing as price push ups, start to wick off, and then break a candle here. But price push down because of news, push back up, start the wick, and then I was looking for break of candle entry here. Or step two, I wait for this candle to close, or not step two, or my other option was wait for this candle to close and then get a break a candle here. Somehow, which I wish I really would have recorded to see what I was thinking in the moment, because it just happened quick. It's a news candle, I'm quick reactive or scalping. I ended up getting in somewhere around here. Let's see. Somewhere around here, I would know off my. Okay, so a little lower. So somewhere, I think this is very closer to my exact entry. I end up getting in around here at the bottom, which I wish, again, I had it recorded to know exactly what I was doing, what I was thinking. Because either way, that's not a good entry. A good entry was here. Because if I would have got it in where I, looking back at it, should have, 5-point move, TP hit. Or if I waited, which at this point, do I even take the trade? Stop loss is 7.5 points. It's a very, very huge stop loss. But again, it would have given me time to adjust my risk. And then TP, at this point, I might have went lowered. I lowered risk. I would have went for 7.5 points, entered in at 2 contracts. So it would have been closer to a 1-1. 1-1.3. Be more exact for fees and whatnot. But that would have been, I could also live with this. But what I ended up getting was a little bit push, legit edging. I'm pretty sure that's probably the exact entry. So imagine this being your morning. You're feeling good about the trade. You're getting momentum from news. Get a little bit of pullback when we're still respecting the EMA. Push down. We get, let me measure this out. We get sickeningly close, about a point, less than a point away from TP, and then boom, reversal. So that was my morning this morning. Ended up, then I think I took I forget what I took. Sales off the 200 EMA, and then that ended up blowing my combine, which at that point I kind of lost control anyways. Honestly, because usually I do it in 2 trades. So if the first one doesn't bang, I'm usually deep in the drawdown. So I'm alright with being a little bit more riskier and throwing the bread again for a new one. But of course, my funded, I am one and done. So as soon as that one trade hit stop loss, count locked out, live to trade another day. So that's how my morning went. Hopefully you guys had a better morning, or if you were in the community, you know how that went. So far, So far, slow week start, slow month, I guess I could say, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And trust me, I've been in the other side of this where I start very, very strong and then finish bad. And that might be a little bit more sickening than starting bad and finishing strong. But you also have to check yourself, because I don't want to go into the mindset of the rest of the week thinking, okay, I have to finish this weekend strong, have to finish banging. I don't have to. I know that. That's a reminder I tell myself. If I lose these next 2 days, my account, if I followed my risk correctly, my account would not be blown. I would be in drawdown, but hey, next week, come Monday, fresh start, and I will still have an active account. That's just something I remind myself to stick in there, stay in there, and I'll be chilling. Let's see. I got a new mic today. See, wish I knew how to connect it. Let's see. What are these? Okay, and then you. Oh, those are strong. Oh, so I'm guessing it charges. What is this? Let me get the music back going for everybody. Turn my music on as we wait for this market to pick back up. Music real and cool. Vibe out to the old jams. Hopefully we get more action than yesterday. We didn't get anything till late. Oh, a little fuzzy ball. Do I really need this? These things were strong. Let's see what we got. See, I don't like this. I would like this. My strategy works best when the EMA looks more vertical. At this moment, we're cutting through price. We're looking flat. So nothing even really. Nothing looks worth entertaining as far as an entry. If I could really just, if I could draw a box like this where there's multiple points. This is a clear range. There's nothing in this market for me at the moment. So, but I just ordered, like I said, I just ordered a new mic off of Amazon. So while I wait for the market to see what it's talking about, in the meantime, I will mess around with this. Although I might hop in a little bit more lenient on trades. I want to test something out, which I could have tested it out there. See what price will come back. Stop sell. This will not be on limit buy. Limit buy 1, and then just adjusting my risk. Order filled. 25. Right, I believe that's right. Let me move the entries. Oh my goodness, 25 or 2.5 move looks insanely away. And make sure everything. I will also in buys here. See, this continues to push up again. Not a lot of volume in the market at the moment at all. Oh, I gotta disconnect this. Price put the shoot down and hit stop loss. I'm missing something. In a trade here, it got in buys. Let's go over why. I went over buys. Solid price pushing up. A little support resistance. Kind of is anticipating a breakout, I guess I could say. See if price wants to break out of these. What time is it? 8:42. Break out of these. This little range here. Or do we get caught up and go hit support and then want to shoot back up or break down? So I feel like let's put my stop loss somewhere where her price went. I know I'd be cooked. Should be about right there. Under my 200 EMA. I know if price goes through my 200 EMA and wants to actually push down, then clearly got a loser there. Until then, I am going to try to figure out this microphone. Where's my cellular? I want to kind of see if I can connect it to the stream here. Wait, why do I need the Bluetooth it? Bluetooth. Okay, am I live? See if we can get some momentum. Come on, gold. Turn this thing on. This might be the time where I should be reading directions, but you're not a good trader. Show me the real stuff. All right, what do you want to see? What's the real stuff? Max contracts, do or die. Are you talking about the? Let's see, how real are we talking here? This is finally a breakout. If so, I'm gonna add it on at stop by. We could break out, start breaking these highs. I want to scale in at 42, 45 flat. If I can get the price to continue to push down there. 1 second, I'm gonna mute myself. Let's see if I keep watch. Keep watching to see if I get my scaled in position here. Right out to the buys. That's on my actual TP. Let me see your price can go hit those 250s. 250s would be a more of a comfortable TP and see it turn around at. Although we are struggling to hold above these 245s. Where's 250? Can we break these 45s and then continue up? That's what I'm looking for. Order filled. Okay, broke that. Now can we continue up to TP at 4250.1? So we can break out, continue and hit TP there. Said hi. Hi? Like say hi or said hi? Got a breakout here. See this continues. Smacks TP. Nice breakout trade. See if it continues. I wouldn't mind it coming back down either, retesting this 45 level, because obviously we struggled to break it. Now can we use it for support? Resistance turn support. Or did we fail? Did the buyers fail and reverse? Which it looks clean. It looks really clean. If I get it to, if it retests the, I wonder if I can get my entry in here. One sec. Almost. If it retests the 13 EMA, like it's doing now. Let me see if I can get everything in. I will scale in at break of candle for another position. Again, that's not break of candle. 20 seconds left. Break of candle would actually be up here at the very moment. Wait for this candle to close, then wait for that candle to get broken. The high of it for entry. 3, 2, 1. Order filled. Okay, instantly got triggered there. TP the same. See if we can size this up quite perfectly. Oh, I guess that's it. Said hi. Crazy catch fishing 2122. Let me go back to checking this mic. I would honestly wouldn't be opposed to. How many am I in already? 3. Order filled. Just my stop loss. At this point, I want to see continuation. If we fail at this 45 level, so to shoot back down, I'll probably close. There's no need for that. Price breaks below. I'm outie. Gotta hold. Support turns resistance. But if we collect, not most definitely. I mean, if we start shooting down crazy, but if we, as we start shooting down crazy, I'm gonna get out of this early, cut my loss. Order filled. Look for either a re-entry or see what's happening, see what's going on. I can put users in timeout. That's a crazy bar. Price start to melt down here. Waiting to see if we retest my EMA / VWAP. I was just trying to figure out how to get this mic connected. Price blowing through that. Was I part of manipulation? Did I get played? Mm. Ooh. And see if it holds here. I don't like that over there. Don't let me speak too fast. Short scalp. Nah. I already said I don't like it. Let me sit on my hands on this one. See if we continue to push or enter right back into this channel here of straight nothingness. My first time with a phone mic. I truly don't think there's a difference. As I'm side-eyeing the market and also trying to figure out this mic. Gold or NQ? I'm on gold at the moment. Sup? I am on gold. Are you on the markets at the moment? Yourself? If so, what are you looking at? At the moment, I'm looking at micro gold for me personally. All right, what's your bias at the moment? Me personally, I'm more of an EMA trader. So when I get my price going through EMAs, or we get close to my EMAs, it's not really my my cup of tea, I guess I could say. But how about you? What are you currently looking for, seeing, bias wise? Oh snap! Sales, yeah. If I were to choose anything right now, it'd be sales. If I get a pullback here, but I don't see. I would want to see broke a little bit of the lows. Where's the tool I'm looking for? Path, I think. So we broke. Nope. Not gonna use like that. Broke the lows here. Let's see a pullback to my EMA. See if I can get continuation. But I'm scared of the enter back into, come down as it's doing right now. Enter back in this box and then like start to mess around again. That is something I do not want to see. But if we start to show signs of continuation, I'm most definitely maybe look for entry. Is that 1 minute? Yes, it is. 1 minute. I usually do the 1 minute and the 5 minute. I like sales here. If I can, no, I wanted that candle to push up first. So we can get it to push up a little bit, then shoot down. If not, I'll just wait. 1 minute time frame. How about you? How do you trade? Also, I love hearing how other people trade, see the markets. Are you an ICT trader, or are you a price action trader, or are you a, what else is there? Supply and demand, fair value gaps, support and resistance. What do you see? What do you like? What would you be looking for at this very moment? I know what I do like the sales right there. Now I want to work on one contract tonight. Yes, 15 in the 5 minute supply and demand fire. So you taking, I'm guessing, taking your entries off the 5. I used to be a supply and demand trader myself. Let me see one sec. I used to be a supply and demand trader myself. I used to trade before market open for New York until about 12. Your Eastern Standard Time, it was 8 to 12 when I used to trade. I liked it. I just didn't like the whole one-to-one aspect of it, especially in the 5 minute. And then I started trading. I started seeing patterns, and then from there I just started cooking up my own strategy, which I trade now. Which this is not really exactly it. It's close, but my rules would be a little bit more stricter right now. Slow markets, I'm not as strict on my rules, and I'm on my practice right now, and also distracted doing other stuff. But this is just, I guess, mentally practicing at the moment. But I started seeing patterns while trading supply and demand, and then from there I started making risk rules and parameters around it, and then from there I just been trading the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Always kept the 5 minute because, again, supply and demand trader, using the 5 and the 15 myself. And then I used to just see that I use Topstep too. So do you set your TP? So how do you set your TP and your stop loss? So it depends. If I'm trading a combine, or like, are you asking for my risk, or like in general how to place it? So if I'll put it like this: if I'm trading a combine, I risk 2 to 3 contracts, and then I aim for the 50K account, $3,000 profit target, 50% consistency rule, 1500. So in one trade, I'm aiming for 1500, and then 2 or 3 contracts. If it's 2 contracts, it's 7.5 points. I only trade gold, so 7.5 points times 2 contracts times $100 is 1500. And you know how to place it. Let me. Yeah, price is TP here, and then I'll just hop in something. You just drag it. Long story short, you just drag and drop it. So I figured out. Close out. So say hop in sales. You go for your box here, and then you for stop loss. Obviously, if you're in sales, stop loss is above. If you're in buys, take profit down, and then vice versa. What is it, sales? So if I got in buys, you just drag stop loss below, and then drag TP up. Just drag and drop. So it's also always a good idea to know where you want to get out beforehand, or more importantly, where your stop loss goes beforehand. So as soon as you enter, you just drag your stop loss. Oh God. Oh man. Oh sweet, I didn't realize. Yeah. Oh yeah, very. Yeesh, the market's melting nice. Very, very nice. Yep, just drag and drop. I feel like Topstep's the only one that really makes it that easy. If you ever traded on different future firms, it is not that easy. Like, because then you have to trade. Say if you traded on Tradevate and then Tradevate through TradingView, it gets tricky a little bit. A little bit more difficult, but yeah, Topstep, you just drag and drop, man. Man or ma'am, I can't see the photo. Apologies if I was wrong. But yeah, drag and drop. Nice, simple, easy. very beginner friendly. Or if you go to, if you're on TradingView right now, if you go to settings, and then if you have like a set, if you already know what your stop loss, if you have a, what would be the word, a predetermined, if you have a predetermined female, sorry about that, ma'am, gal. If you're on TradingView right now, looking at your screen, if you go to settings on the left hand side, and okay, cool. So settings left hand side. Do you have a predetermined stop loss and like take profit, like money amount or points amount, or is it does it change every time? I know when I traded supply and demand, it changed. I would just get in and break a candle, and then stop loss would be different every time, and then take profit would be different every time. By the way, you can set these rules where if you go to settings, I probably won't show my screen because it's a little small. If you go to settings on the left hand side, it'll be a position, risk, and profit brackets. For this example, I'll use $25, and you can put in your risk and you can put it in your profit. And then when you do that, if you click on changes every time. Okay, so I mean, it might be a little easier for you as well. But if you still the position, risk, and profit brackets on the settings, left or right. You put your risk and you put your profit. Just put what, depending on what you're trading. If you're on micros, put like 50 and 50. If you're on minis, just put like 100 and 100. And then always click automatically apply risk / profit bracket to new positions, and then always hit save changes. And then all that allows you to do is, let's see, all that allows you to do, say I were to get in, let me see what price pushes up in there. I'll enter or break a candle either way. That allows you to, boom. So if I were to get in the sales here, as you see, my brackets are already placed. Now, again, you said it changes every time, same. So it just makes it easier. So it's already placed. So you needed to move it, and then you don't gotta go dragging and dropping, which is still a little drag and drop, but it's automatically set on there. And then from there, you just do what you gotta do. You just adjust accordingly. That's a little cheat code or easy way to go about it, if you like to do it that way. If not, just the drag and drop's about the same thing, just as easy, just as simple, user friendly. I understand. That's another reason I didn't like not stop loss. It's just supply and demand, because especially on the 5 and the 15 minute, it would be your risk to rewards. If you're trading the same way I traded, it was 1-to-1s. Now a 1-to-1 on gold can be different every single time. Do you always trade micro? I do not. I trade I can't even say that. I prefer to trade micro when I'm funded. I trade minis when I'm on that combine, just so I can pass quick. That's what's gonna really move me quicker to my target. Because if you've seen, you can check out any of my long form videos, probably my most recent, or any of them that are titled "I passed Topstep Combine XYZ." I'd usually go to pass it in 2 days. So then, oh man, if I do it that way, I do minis. Now, if I'm on my funded account, I do prefer to trade micros, just so I can preserve the account, take my time. I'm in no hurry then. Just let things rock. Let's hold this. What's the let's see, we got any, let's look at price action to the left side. Not getting out of this until price shows me otherwise. Like to hold it to 422.7. That's the level I like. And then let's see, liquidity. Is liquidity sitting at? Do I really see price running through that? Oh, where's my horizontal line? Liquidity at 40.22.6. I like TP at 4.22.7. I'm not in a greedy mood at the moment, so I could take TP there. Nice 2-to-1. I could take that and walk away with it feeling comfortable. And then as that's happening, let me see what else I got. Let's let price rock there. Wait for the order field. Stop loss or TP. Oh. Let's see. Let's have a little fun here. Price on the reverse here, man. For me to get on not too long ago, I have 41 minutes. This feels like a slow stream. Last couple of nights, I look down, look up. I'm already 2 hours in. But like I said, that's not a bad thing to me. Not necessarily a horrible thing to complain about. I don't like this. I would like this if price respects that EMA and then continues to push down. Then I also like my stop loss placement because it's right above the EMA, which our price goes up there. I'd rather hit stop loss. But if I get a price taps at 13 EMA, it doesn't take me out, and then I get a break of candle to the sell side, I might look to scale in and then move my TP to 26 flat. You got 8 seconds on this. It's a little risky, huh? Looking at the 5 minute. Looking very. We'll see how this candle reacts here. You're doing risk 2 to 1. Just for this trade, I usually my risk varies. I'm not gonna lie, my risk varies depending on how much I'm risking. It varies. I trade micros. I'm only trading one right now because it's a slow market. I trade market open. I'm usually trading 2 to 3 micros. If it's 2 micros, my trades usually are about a 3 to 4 to 1. I'll go for about a take profit of 7.5 points to 8 points. So yeah, 3 to 4 to 5, did I say? And then if I go for 3 micros, it's usually closer to a 2 to 1 to 1 to 1. Just depends what my risk is and also what price is giving off. Just at this very moment, this is where I would also like to go off of. I don't like a set risk. It's more, where do I feel comfortable putting my stop loss? Where I feel comfortable putting my take profit. In this circumstances, I like putting my take profit. I feel closer there, above my EMA. And then I looked left to see where liquidity was, and it just so happened to line up to a nice clean 2 to 1. Although this is looking bullish, and I see it shooting up, but if it respects it and shoots down, like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to scaling in as well. It's fighting. Let's see, 10 seconds to candle closure. See what it does. Take me out. That's what it says. As soon as it closes, 50K combine or 100K. 50K. See, okay. So me personally, I would say 50K, but as a supply and demand trader, you're gonna. So the only difference is the drawdown amounts, but also at the same time, I look at it like, even though you probably really shouldn't, but the drawdown amount's nicer, but also the target to hit take profit and get funded is further away. At the end of the day, the max capped payout. So if you think you're gonna get a 100K account and make more, the max cap payout is at 5,000 per account no matter what. You run it up to 10K, you can only get 5K out. You run it up to 50K, you can only get 5K out. So to me, it's like I might as well spend less money and just do the 50K account. Also be able to pass faster, because like I traded the 100K account, and it takes longer to pass, and at that point if you're not emotionally checked, it messes with you. 50K account, I'm able to pass it in that day, less than 24 hours, or like 2 mornings, and you just can get those passed quickly in 2 trades. That's usually what I do it in, is 2 trades, 2 days, and that's why I like the 50K accounts. So that's where I prefer to stick around. And nowadays with the no activation fees, I rather that skill to pass in 2 days quickly, structurally as well. That's the most important part. And just not gambling, it's structured, still A+ setups, just adjusting my risk to give me that ability. Am I getting buys here? Short scalp. Order filled. And again, just drag and drop. Yeah, that skill and ability to do that, the 50K account just makes more sense for me. Now, but as a supply and demand trader on the 5 and the 15, you can make that argument that let me check the 5 minute. You can make the argument that a 100K account is better if I said 50K, but when I get to the Express, I've only had 1 payout. That's all right. I've had a couple payouts, legit a couple too. It's a skill. That's where the skill of trading comes in. The past the combines, now I'm on a 150K combine. Fire. Yeah, let me know how it goes, how you like it compared to the 100K and the 50K. Cause but yeah, once you get funded, it's a 100% different game than combine, and that's where becoming a locked in trader really counts. But I feel like it's all right as long as you're getting better over time, because the statistics are there. Not a lot of people get 1 payout, so I gotta clap for you because you got 1 payout. Now when we start consistently getting payouts on the same account, that's when you start hitting those 1% trader statistics, and the time is coming. Yeah, you gotta be patient. Trust the process. Trust your process. Trust the game. Try to get better every day, and just understand that it'll come. As long as you're locked in. I like 50K better. Yeah, you just pass faster. Pass faster. The draw. Oh no, I did not want to lose that. The drawdown is, to me, a 2K draw. To me, a 2K drawdown is understandable for at least the way I trade. If I was swing trading, the 150K account will most definitely be there. But as a scalper, that 150K account, I get bored trying to hit the profit target. I think the profit target is 9,000. Yeesh. And I really gotta check myself, which I could. I just prefer not to. But just thinking about the 150K account, he's gotta be locked in a little bit more, and then the risk to reward as far as drawdown to take profit or profit target is just, I feel like it could be a little better. Like I said, the 50K account is, I feel like, the way to go. I mean, if you're losing 2,000 anyways, and again, if you lose 2,000 on the account, it's not like you don't look at it like, oh man. Just thinking of like, okay, how did I lose that 2,000? How can I make sure next time I don't lose 2,000 type of thing? Yeah, I've already blown 1. Yeah. That's why I like going to micros. My favorite. So I've been on this whole month, which is only 3 days. I've been on a losing streak. So I'm 0 for 3 right now. I only take 1 trade a day. 0 for 3 right now. But the fact that I trade micros, this week I'm in a drawdown of 300. I believe that's where I'm at. 300 at the moment. I have Thursday and Friday. Now I'm just gonna show up and do what I do. If I get an opportunity and I hit my trade, I hit my trade. If I don't, that's okay. My risk is small enough to where I can go this whole week being red and still survive. You know that I know how to play TV. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to help. How have you been doing it before? Just manually getting out, or like just like mentally getting out? Which I know traders who do, but I feel like that's a mental battle on itself. And you got to really be locked in. Enable, disable. But know that I know how to put it on. Okay. Yeah, how are you? I'm interested how you were doing it before. How does... Where's my colors at? Yeah, but when I decide, I'm already down to something 900. Yeah, that's a mental battle in itself. That doesn't allow you to fully lock in on the trade. I feel like, but it's no time like the present because now you understand it and you are locked in. That's what's important. It's a testament to every day. Every day you learn something. Every day you get better. I bet just off that one thing right there, trading's gonna improve for sure. Yeah. 3 seconds. Is this Bluetooth? Oh, I'm so lost. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Indeed. Surprised price hasn't taken me out yet, honestly. At this point, I'd rather closing this. Order filled. Manually getting out, no momentum. I need momentum to push my trades. Looks like I got a perfect timing too, because the momentum came in, but not my way. Which, looking at the 5-minute, see if we can catch a breakout to the sell side. So let's want to start picking up. Somebody get entered. Stop loss. I know where my stop loss is going. As I'm still trying to figure out this microphone in my hand. Order filled. Oh, stop loss is perfectly placed for me. And I like this. I still like this level at 27. Now, depending on how price arrives there, I would push it another point to 26. See if we go grab liquidity. I think we'll fight liquidity, and then like it did, legit around here. Where we get to 27. We didn't get to 27 flat, but to the 27s, we got close to grabbing liquidity, and then reversed and bounced. But let's see if this is the run to liquidity. I think it may bounce again at 27. If not, will it fly through to the 26? Grab liquidity, continue, push back up, or am I just talking to myself and price about to shoot back up? Who knows? Find out next on the markets. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to do. It looks promising. The candles it's like just what the slow markets are doing, slowly but surely getting there. No. But I got an entry, got a confident stop loss. Where price hits that, price looks good. It looks promising. But how promising can price really look and be? It's promising as I'm gonna get it tonight. I like it though. Can we continue? downloads. I like it. Show me everything I would like to see if I was in sales. The only thing is, can we hold there? And then looking at the 5, if you had the 5 minute on yours, that wick on that, what time is this? Or I'll just go 5, 10, 15 minutes ago. That wick off from those levels, from the 27, higher 27 levels, is devious on the 5 minute. So just even looking at that, it's like, oh, am I supposed to Bluetooth connection? See, like this. I don't know why I do this to myself. Trading these devious hours. It's legit slow death. It's either slow victory or slow death. Try again. Oh, see, after this, the stop loss gets hit. It's this is the yeah, this is the final trade I saw for the night, and then I'll rock on to the top of the half of the hour, and then there's no point in me dying by a million cuts tonight. As I still try to figure out this mic. Let's try to read some directions here. How's it gonna pick up towards stop loss? Is the phone supposed to? I'm so confused. Not necessarily all the way lost, but a little confused. Okay, let's try it now. Wait for it. Order filled. Yeah, okay. Price might keep pushing up to. I can see it pushing up to the 36, 35 levels. That's what it decides to do. At this point, yeah, I'm gonna close early on this. Alright, just hit stop loss. Order filled. Immediately hopping out of that one. Let's see what it does. I'll give it a good look. One more decent look here. If it breaks these highs, see this little plane here with some gusto, and then pull back for an entry for the short scalp to the buys. Possibly, or feel comfortable hopping into that. The app. Oh, okay. You're in a funded? No. Tonight I trade my. I'm at a slow. Oh snap! Pick up my mic. I'm not a what is the word? Slow market trader. I simply use this time to forward test my strategy, work on things. This is my back testing area. Trust me, I wouldn't be messing with this little mic in my hand while I'm trading. I'm more locked in. I only trade market open, New York open in the mornings there. But no, I am not on my funded at the moment. Only trade my funded for me would be the morning. Right now it's nighttime. No. Simply testing things out. Mentally practicing things. Come on here, chat. talk over my trades, back test a little bit, but mainly just forward testing. Work on things like patience and seeing, just testing. Okay, so how do I practice? Well, I'll either back test on TradingView, which I have the replay mode, so I'll just back test either the morning trades or whatnot, or something like this where I will forward test my strategy. So I'm on a practice account right now. If you can get a practice account on Topstep, and the way you do that, you go to dashboard, and then you go to accounts, and then you go to add-ons, and then you subscribe to a practice account, and then it'll pop you up a practice account. And then you got to replay that. Then again, I'll say it again, if you need a practice account on Topstep, you just go to accounts on the dashboard, accounts, add-ons, subscribe to the practice account. And then the way I just do that, like I'm doing now, I just forward test my strategy. It allows you to trade real time, real market data. Like on TradingView, I'm pretty sure you gotta pay for current market data in the futures market. So this is just perfect opportunity for me to forward test my strategy in the slow markets. Slows things down because again, I trade market open. At market open, things like to fly, move quick. And if you're not locked in or patient or there all the way or calm, it can go hectic quick. So I just like to use this time to slow things down. Slow things down, take my time and trade. Indicator light switch. Oh, how much? It's free. I mean, legit, if you're on TradingView right now, or you want a night, yeah, me too. Most, yeah. So if you, so all right, so I'll walk you through it again. So you go to Topstep dashboard. You go to the dashboard on Topstep, and then after you go to the Topstep dashboard, you go to on the left hand side, you find accounts. Hold on, let me walk. Let me. Maybe I do need to start doing a bigger screen. I like the Topstep dashboard. Let me just walk through it myself so I'm not steering you to the wrong direction. But first is first, Topstep dashboard. That's where you go. Log in. Okay, from here, yep, on the left hand side, you go to accounts. And then you go in the top left hand side, it would be add-ons. And then, I think my card information is off there. But on the, as you see in the top left side, you hit subscribe. And you have to have a combine. You have to have a combine to get one. But yeah, just go to your combine. Go to a combine, and then from there, you can have a practice account. And it's a 150K practice account. And just all the rules are there. But I just use it, like I said, to mess around, have a little fun. It's the 150K account, so your drawdown's huge. And then you can say you do something crazy, you can reset the account as long as you have an active combine. You can get an account and then continue to. Oh, I see. Continue to change things there. Check. Oh, I see. My bad. I'm still messing with this. I got a new phone mic. New mic for my phone I'm messing with. Trying to figure things out. Check. Yeah, I like a loud voice in mine. Oh, bet. Okay, so I'll mess with that when the time comes. Let's trade these. I think it said it was. So what's your highest payout? My highest payout is 3K. I can hear. Okay. No, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I have a phone, so I got my regular mic here, which hopefully you can hear me through, and then I'm on my phone as well. I got a new phone mic, so I'm messing around with that. So that's where I'm checking from on the phone mic here. Sorry about that, but yeah. So my highest payout is 3K, and then my smallest one 500, I believe. Yeah. Oh, but quickly, I blew that account. But it was a W lesson learned. I'm working on that. My highest is 7. That's still great. That's fire. Congrats. See, I will give people flowers for any accomplishment. First things first, and only pay out. That's still round of applause. But no, so first passing your combine, passing that first combine. If you could pass combines, I truly believe because what I specialize in, I guess I could say, or I don't know what I specialize in or help traders understand is just passing their combines. Because once you do that once, it's easy butter from there. But people struggle to do it that first time. Once they can get over that hurdle, it's slight work. But people need help climbing that hurdle. See, and then from there, that's number one. From there, I would say payouts. To get one payout, I guess a little half. I'm also a hard person. I'm more of a Kobe. Job's not done. If you get to the 5 days, but don't take a payout. Do you think I should switch to micro when trading? It's a. Let me think about this. It's a double-edged sword. I'll say that. Should you trade the micro once you get funded? It's a double-edged sword, and I say that to say I do like the idea of people trading the same way they got funded. It depends, because I'm someone who will trade. I'm trying to pass my combine in 2 trades in 2 days, and that's how I trade my combines. So for me to scale down afterwards, the micros make sense. If you're someone who takes their time on there or takes a little slower, you gradually get to your take profit to get funded. And no, on combine. Oh, on combine, I recommend. I recommend. Minis. To me, it doesn't make sense. It's hard. That's why I say it's double edged. To me, I guess not, because I most definitely teach everybody. That's what my community is for. I help people. If you come with a different strategy or want to trade my strategy, mainly my risk settings and risk rules is what I help people get accustomed to. I hope people pass their top sell combines fast. That's if you scroll through my YouTube videos, that's mainly what I talk about and help people do in my community. So I will be the first to say, go ahead and trade your combines with the minis. Because at this point in day and age and economy in life, we got it's time to start making money. So we're in this let's be real. We're trading to make money, so it's like we're not making money on the combines. So let's go ahead, pass the combines, quick, get those over with, structured. I'm not saying full port and gamble. Structured, actually following your setup. So the way I trade mine is, or I teach people to first things first, understand your strategy, understand what an A+ setup is, and then all you do is reverse engineer your risk to fit that. So I know that when I stick to my rules to a T, when the market is trending, I can have as high as an 80 to a 90% win rate. With that being said, I feel comfortable risking 2 to 3 contracts and regular contracts on gold, only trade gold, for a 5 point or a 7.5 point TP, hitting 1500 day 1, coming back day 2 and doing it again, passing my combines in 2 days. Now, if you're someone who has a 60 to 70% win rate but you might go for. I feel like if you have a lower win rate. Let me think about this. I feel like if you have a lower win rate, you might want to go for that 1500. I feel like either way, the sweet spot's 1500, and that's take profit each trade. Stop loss would be discretionary because you get it with your supply and demand strategy. Your stop loss can change. Now I've had it to where it's reverse or negative risk to reward. I have had that, but again, I understand my strategy. Or if that's too much for you, then you can go 1,000, 3 days on the 50K combine. Of course, I'm talking about, and pass it in 3 days or a couple of days. But I don't see the time in today's day and age to necessarily take your time on the combines. Now, once you get funded, 100% a different story. With what micro? Micro would be like MGC. No, I'm talking about like regular GC. Regular GC. The minis, I believe it's just a mini. The micros is like micro gold is MGC. I'm talking about minis. And on the combine, straight minis, max. Your 2-3 contracts, your profits is in the hundreds to 700s to 1,000s. Now, once you're funded, I fully recommend going micros. Preserve that account. Take your time. Just take your time. You do the same exact risk. Like on the combine, I'm risking minis of 2 to 3 contracts. Now on the funded, it's 2 to 3 micros. So same risk, same take profit. I'm still aiming for same whatchamacallit. So minis. Okay, yeah. So mini. If you're on your funded account, go. All right, my bad. I don't want to confuse myself a little bit. Minis, which would be like a regular GC, it just be like straight GC or straight NQ or ES or whatever you trade. One of that. That's what minis are. And then micros is MGC, MNQ, MES. Those are your micros. Yeah. So it's not confusing myself on that. So yeah, for combines, I recommend trading minis. Now again, prices your take profits are higher, but with that your stop losses are higher as well. So understand that your stop loss might be a couple hundred. But if you're patient enough, understand your setup, have a high or a plus win rate or positive win rate, just adjust your risk to where you can pass a little quick. On my earliest videos, or if you go into my channel on, I think it's my most viewed video, I think like 2000. It's the one with me, like the AI thumbnail of me sitting in the chair, and it's how I passed my Topstep combine in 2 days. That video, I'm trading supply and demand. And so when I traded supply and demand, so I'll tell you right now, since I was there, I traded supply and demand for, so if I can find a thumbnail. I entered with 2 contracts for 7.5 points on the 5 minute. So when I traded supply and demand, that's what I was looking for. Let me see if I can. And so I recommend, if I can find it, I recommend watching this video whenever you get a chance. So if you go to so how I passed the 50K Topstep combine with 2 trades in 2 days, step by step. That is going to be me trading supply and demand, probably maybe to how you trade it, similar. So I don't know if you can see it, that top video right there, sitting in the chair. If you find that video after this or whenever you get the chance, give it a watch, and then you'll see exactly how I trade supply and demand and how I traded it to pass my combine fast. That's what I recommend. That's how I recommend do it. Or even my other video, how to do it. The video of me smiling with pointing to it, how to pass the Topstep combine fast. That's going to be a breakdown. So that's really just the risk rules. That's the most important part to kind of understand. So this is a how-to and a how-I video. Start off with the how-to, and then but you trade the supply and demand, so the how-I might help as well. But yeah, just watch those and then comment in the comments. I'll always check or see my comments. If you got a question, check it in the comments, and we can from there I'll assist or whatnot. Yeah, let's watch those 2 videos. My 2 great videos on how I traded supply and demand, and how I was able to pass my Topstep combines fast doing so. Some of my favorite videos. And then I got some videos coming out soon that'll break it down a little bit more in depth. With that being said, I'm not looking for anything else in this market. I'm on my phone because I keep wanting to mess with this mic. So that's where I'm gonna start to slow down here. Thank you for stopping in. It was a pleasure. I'm glad I was able to help you tonight. All right, traders, that's a wrap up for today's session. Whether you took a setup or sat on your hands, you showed up, and that's what matters. Every rep counts, especially the mental ones. If you got value from the stream, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next live. Probably be on tomorrow night. And if you want to take things further, trade with me live, get weekly breakdowns, and follow the exact process I use to pass my Topstep Combine fast, the first link in the description is where you can join MTF. If you want the complete breakdown of the strategy I personally use on these lives, GF13, Gold Flow 13, that's the second link in the description. Everything in that is free, complete breakdowns, photos, examples, all the cool stuff. And if you're brand new to trading and still learning the foundations, the 0 to 1 guide is the third link and will cut months off your learning curve. It's just the basics that'll help you place your first trade on TradingView or a live account on Forex. Just because that's the quickest path. Reminder: protect your capital, stay patient, and let the market pay for you for your waiting. Let the market pay for your waiting. This is a game of patience and waiting. If you wait, the market will pay you. If you rush, I'm sure you've been there and know how that feels. I appreciate every single one of you guys for stopping in here and being in here tonight. I'll see you in the next live. Again, I'll probably be on tomorrow night, and then probably Friday. Friday is I'm on the fence. If you don't know, I'm a boxer. I got a boxing match Saturday, so I'm starting to cool down, getting on mode for that. So I might relax Friday night. We'll see. Either way, trade smart, stay disciplined, and keep stacking good decisions. With that being said, everybody have a good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you're out in the world. It's 4 o'clock. I know somebody's drinking. I know somebody's going to sleep. I know somebody's waking up. Either way, happy trading. Be smart. Take your time. Do your best. Follow your process. And I'll catch you in the next stream.